Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to trade with the current prices that we are seeing and the current patterns that we have, because there's definitely some risk that you need to be aware of. And by risk, it means that there could be two scenarios and there's no absolute certainty. Okay, let's take a look first at what has happened, right? And so we went down, right? We went all the way down here to the red line at 42,000, depending on which exchange you look at. And below, sorry, let me close this. Below, we went on below 30 on the 4-hour RSI, which is right here. And that's a confirmed trade for sure. So I made that trade. And usually from the bottom to the top, you will see a 10% gain, which we have. We've went more than 10%. We're about 10.4. So now the question is, you're probably wondering what's going to happen next. I do predict, and based on statistical data and my own research, that we are going to go back down at some point. Even though right now we've been going sideways, I do believe at some point we're going to go back down. So I've bought at the bottom, not my entire portfolio because it was too quick, but I did buy some and I have already sold on a profit here. Okay. Actually, I didn't sell it here. I bought it here and I held the altcoins that I bought up until now, and I sold it at a nice profit here. So I bought here and I sold here, and now I'm waiting for it to go down. Now, is it possible it just continues up? Anything's possible with Bitcoin, but it's not probable. My bet is that it will go back down to this red line. Bitcoin will. Doesn't mean that all the altcoins will. Altcoins may be different prices, but I do believe we'll have a second chance to buy Bitcoin and altcoins at this price. From there, I do expect it to go up 5%. Okay, so maybe half of that, maybe more, maybe to the white line here. Okay, so we will probably get that buy here and then sell here trade. Okay, with 5x, you're looking at 25% gain, which is not bad. I do believe that's going to happen. So whatever happens, whether you buy here and it goes up and then it goes back down, then it will go down a little bit lower is what I predict. And then it will go up and do a 20% gain, maybe up to here. Now, after that, there is no guarantee that we will continue up. Because there's no guarantee, because there's a risk. And by risk, I mean that we have a double top here. And to explain to you what a double top is, it's two, like the local top is here, and they're about the same thing. So what that means is that once we reach, it's like a resistant line. Okay, it's not like the all-time high. The local top is the last local high before we got rejected. That's what we mean by local top. But here's the problem. This is the total market cap excluding BTC. So we can see that we did have a breakthrough here, right? We went all the way up and then we got rejected and we went back down. And now we're back all the way up again. And the question is, are we going to get rejected and go all the way back down again to 689 billion market cap before we go up and then maybe break through? And the answer is, I don't know. Nobody knows, because there's two potential scenarios. And we've already seen a rejection, right? And now the question is, are we going to continue up this time, or are we going to go down? And a double top means that there's risk. It means that if we got rejected here and we got rejected here, there's a higher chance that we go down. And then we have an M pattern. You can see that, right? So before we form a W pattern, we have an M pattern, and then we break through, something like that. So now, that being said, it doesn't mean that you cannot trade on the 4-hour RSI, because from my experience and all the research I did, there's always a trade to be made here. We saw it already, bounce. We're going to see another one, and we will see a 20% gain. I'm quite sure. So I will be trading at that. However, I will not hold it beyond this point because of the double top and the risk. Okay? So yeah, we may test this level a few times, but you do not want to hold it. At least I'm not. I'm just telling you the reason you're subscribed to me is because you're looking at what I'm doing and the way I think, because I make money and I don't lose the money. So the way that I think is that, yeah, we are going to make money here and here again. But after this point, I want to sell. I don't want to hold, because I think it's a potential that we go down. And how down are we going to go? I don't know. But it's possible that we go back down to 30K. It is possible. Okay? Why not? Well, why? Why do I say that? Well, because we have a double top. So if we go on a downtrend again, we could potentially go back and retest 30K. Okay? But not right away. We're going to make the gains first. Okay? Then we could potentially go back down. It could be 36K, 38. It doesn't need to be 30K, but 30K is in the cards. Okay? And if that happens, I want to be cash positive and go all in here and then wait for it to go back up. Okay? That is a potential scenario. Do I think we're going to go down to 20K, 25K? It's possible, but it's unlikely. I think that we have too much momentum at 30K. We saw a long, strong like support. So no matter what, you want to trade that level. We're going to go and make trades there for sure. You're going to get a bounce. For sure, you get a bounce, then you can probably a 3 bounce. If we go down, you're going to have 3 chance to trade it, okay? So, yeah, that's what I think, and you want to be ready for all that. So that's how I'm looking at this trade here, that, yeah, there's money to be made, because we are actually officially below 30 on the 4-hour, okay? And doesn't mean we're going to go all the way up to over 70, though. We potentially may not. And then go back again. And if that happens, then Bitcoin will go down to whatever price it goes, okay? So that's what we want to be ready for, the risk. It doesn't mean you don't trade this level. You want to trade this level for sure, okay? You may want to be careful that you don't close your eyes, okay, as it goes here, because if it continues down, yeah, you want to get out of your trade, especially if it goes below 40,000. I don't think that's going to happen, okay? Not on the second bounce. On the third bounce, 40,000 is in the cards. So then you want to have money if it goes down to 40 before it goes up. But it will bounce. I guarantee you it will bounce. It always does. You can look at the history in the past. Every time it went below the 4-hour, we always get a bounce no matter what. Always, okay? So here's, so there's a lot of examples. So here's an example where it went below, then it bounced up. Now it didn't go all the way down, that's true, right? But we got the trade here. So it's possible we don't go all the way down. It's possible that we do go up and do something like this and then get another chance here, right? So yeah, because it's not perfect. It's not a perfect strategy, but I have looked at it many times, right? So here's another opportunity. Actually, this is an opportunity here, and then we got the bounce, right? And then we went down, then we have another opportunity here. So it was a little bit higher, and it's not exactly as I said, but it really depends on, this was a crash, by the way, so I don't think that's a good example. Crash and corrections are not the same thing, right? But you can see that here's another example below, right? By here. And then it went down again, a little bit lower, right? So it took a while, though, to get there. And that may be what happens now. It may take, it took 10 days to go back down. So, and it went quite high here, right? We made more than 10%. But I say a minimum 10%. But this time that went up 33%. It didn't go up to the local high, though. But it went high. And now that could happen. It's possible. That does happen again. It's possible that this goes up back here, another 7%. So it may take time to go back to that red line, but I believe it will go back to that red line. Okay, so just have to be patient at this point. We don't know what's going to happen, but I do believe that we have seen long, red candles here. So I do believe we will go back to this red line here at some point, and we will get bounced. We're not going to go straight down. If we go down to 30 because of the total market cap top here, I don't think that's going to happen so quick. So you see that's the local top. We got a, it's called the double top, right? And then you get rejected and you go back to the bottom of a 609 billion. So that's kind of your indicator. When the market cap, when this goes back down, then it's your chance to buy altcoins again, and we go forward, and then you buy and hold here, right? So wouldn't buy and hold now is what I'm saying. It's too much risk to buy and hold. If we break through, then we start going up. That might be a different story. Then on the next correction, then I might buy and hold. But because you have a double top, you do not buy and hold. Do you trade? Sure, you trade. We always trade. We always trade. There's not much risk in trading if you're not going to hold it for a long period of time. But there's a lot of risk if you're going to hold it. Buy and hold is a lot of risk with a double top. That is the point. So put 5 in a comment if that makes sense to you, so I know that you understand me.